What is up, everybody? I'm Mr. Bobbly, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Now then, I'm pretty sure this is the last episode, because all I have to do is Robert. Unless there is something else that I need to do. I don't know. I don't think there is. So I think this is it. This is going to be the last episode. It's been a good 24 days of episodes, because I put one of these up every day. At least I hope so. I hope that works out. That's my plan. Whatever. Anyways, I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then, like more so than usual. More so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and how I hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Wyatt, hey Wyatt, guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad's book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess. It's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude! I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes! Meet me at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Now that I'm unappreciative, not that I'm appreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda! Amanda pops her head in the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room. What's up?
Oh.
I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for you. Your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. Amanda, you know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life, but go forth and swear. Fuck yeah! I really hope I don't regret this decision later. Let Amanda say. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against a brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spotted Booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides and hands me a glass. To us. Here's to us and all the property damage and petty larceny that we may commit tonight. We clink whiskey and I watch him sip his rather than his traditional approach of slamming his whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Mary pops over from the back of the booth, like a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean, pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, you got a court date coming up? I'm trying to do these as best as possible, so yes, I'm just kind of cheating and I say shit. He never convinced the jury. He would have to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctor says it's his cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he ever's known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Wyatt, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke around about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then look at mine. I know his history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night. Probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Wyatt are gonna hit the brick. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the tap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. We exit the bar and find the typically empty streets filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on! We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Wyatt. Let's just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall in a step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey! It was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghost still haunts the hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry. Who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian, and this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We'll keep a low profile. Easier to catch the ghost that way. They've definitely been here. Been staying next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I don't know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by haunting since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you say is cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the grip. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and acknowledge, Mr. Sturgis. Let's move on to the next location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. What tour guide's shirt? That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in that group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, I guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time. Hey. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit colonial-style house. A quick pause on the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us, his resume on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of the noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of Victorian Mistress Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship and The Ghost of Sea Captain's Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues to work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. The guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. The little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. Oh. And we definitely didn't hear Stanley Kubrick to... Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear the world-renowned ghost historians has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book, Dr. Loomis. Would you care to tell the story? Shit. I'm gonna riff something highbrow. Yes. Though it's rarely covered in traditional textbooks, Dorothy Pembridge was caught in a fierce rivalry with fellow local author Arthur Livingston Price. Arthur's books were blatant rip-offs of Pembridge's works and consistently sold better. Pembridge was enraged by this and confronted Livingston Price at his home with plans to end his life. Their bitter feud surprisingly blossomed into a torrid, passionate affair. After many months of secret courtship, Pembridge followed through with her original plan and poisoned Livingston Price in his sleep. Overcome with unexpected grief, Pembridge polished off the last of the poison and died by her lover's side. Reports say that couples who enter this house will no doubt doom their relationship to a bitter end. Man, I should bring my wife here. The entire tour group laughs heartedly. I'm kidding, my wife is dead. The crowd gasps. She was killed by a ghost. The crowd gasps again. I'm just messing with you guys. A nervous chuckle ripples through the crowd. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and address us with some razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. If you think you can't handle it. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons, if that's what you're looking for. Did the voice actors say that backwards? I'm gonna work on that one in the edit. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Robert for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both.
Oh? Hey.
Our last stop, the burial ground. No, not the right place. Our last stop, the burial ground, is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing of ghosts, the wharf man, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. Just think it would be a crime to come all the way to this cemetery, the actual origin of the New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That's absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I even know ghost stories in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes the tour guide. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a Bible salesman, traveling grifter, carnival barker. Moving from town to town, always looking for my next market, wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor, actually also taking from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to the rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes. Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. Do you know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late night. Now, we have been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place is highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchmen. Wailing ghosts of the wharfmen. Whatever, your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost. Man, tell him Loomis. So, there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of... working a couple short cons. Classic pigeon drop scam, putting old out feelers for a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery now. I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in a mausoleum at first. Things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. Really? The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it, something, grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hooked, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. One was the birth of my daughter, the other one was that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by God. To this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red, it was walking like a shadow. What'd I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? I want to say it was Daniel. That sounds right. Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half. But I had got on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for this time at hand. I have no idea what Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good, had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulled down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar. I followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcism, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience of a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour guide gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. Let's see. Paranormal excursions of the supernatural ice road ghost truckers. I saw a demon that shocking the bro guys to the hottest ghosts. Robert has to express a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us the coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. Haha! That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in your excuse me, Dr. Whatever. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't. All part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrived in front of Robert's house. Want to have a drink?
Oh?
Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins, both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from the orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about how Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh God, it's the pit bull. It's his pit bull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and embrace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my nose. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. I've seen that on Damien's. But that wasn't his dog. But it is. Betsy, you're not a pit bull? And you weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven, his place is amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up in a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital. That's it. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He pointed at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Does she live around here? No. Val lives back home in Brooklyn, works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Yes. Great.
Sup?
Robert puts on Santana and then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, you alright?
Sup?
Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relaxing his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls at my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly. Sliding a hand under my shirt, his heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses are trailed down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. Wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up.
Hey.
Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out. Tired. Not a big deal. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Wyatt. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old, broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken alone. But I want you to know you don't have to keep hiding beneath fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. It's... He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you... I'm sorry, but is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think, months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure what to do next.
Oh.
Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. I got in the way, and before I knew she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking, but temptations get to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day now about I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be. The only thing she saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent too much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead, my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to. No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering contacting me now. I just know I'm going to fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Rob puts his head in his hands. I think I need to tell him what he needs to hear. Nothing is going to change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but You have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance. Don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head in my shoulder, hugging me back. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on his back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Flip sunglasses, fuck yeah. Embarrassed child, fuck yeah. Crime, fuck yeah. Whiskey, fuck yeah. Lies, fuck yeah. Mary, not so much. Knife dad, dreamiest daddy. It's probably because I did all of them. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a week later when this has become like the biggest hell to edit these endings together. And I was trying to be lazy, and I should have just done it right the first time. So I'm going to record an ending, and then I'm going to properly space out everybody's dialogue so that when I cut it together, it's not going to be smooth and seamless, but it's definitely going to be so much easier to do. So, here I go. Woo, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Wyatt, be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send them in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the U.S. government. Aww. Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding, you're right. I have a little surprise for you. Ugh. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would befill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to give you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a deal about it, but... Aw, Dad, I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figured you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of long-haul paranormal Ice Road ghost truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit and toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of all of your accomplishments. So, consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Hey. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, just have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs off to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Wyatt, my dude! Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I got men's shirt, I got women's shirt, I got tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them of a fine quality, screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned witch house outfit, Vacant Veil. Purchasable at most respectable retailers, but more specifically out of my trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're going to need some real-life skills out there if you're going to make it out on the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink. Right? And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice? You're gonna be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing to know, you get straight A's if they died during the semester. Mary. Relax, it's a myth, supposedly.
Hey.
Against my better judgment, I leave them to be. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Wyatt, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there'd be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. And look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a sec? My old man's a real closed book, you know. Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't embrace decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. A kind of bitterness. It poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better, a lot better, and between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling that you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Or Vi. Is that an L or an I? I don't know. I'm guessing L. Duh. Never mind. Don't be stupid, Wyatt. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yeah. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make some friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. That's all we Mary. Val walks away. She's so cool! She gave me a business card. She touched my hand! Congrats, you just networked for your first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market, synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Wyatt! Brian, you made it. Ha! I don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out of the lake. I'd be happy to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is really a great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, brah. Brah. This is a real rager, taking our old age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Nice.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again.
Me too, dude.
Briar and Hazel peek out from behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witnesses. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year, and I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Ah.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Wyatt. Thanks, Hugo. I learned from the best. I've got a pocket full of gift cards that say you already knew a thing or two. Let's get together for trivia night again sometime soon, huh? You know it. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda's going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will be really help. Amanda walks by, pretending not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things in art school. Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm going to break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey, man. Matt! Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of right side banana bread ready for her. Jesus, I can't read still. Thank you. I know she'll love that. Have you gotten that oregano smell out of your upholstery yet? Still working on it. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. The icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. I stare at Lucian. He knows, I know, but I am a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. Thanks for coming by. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on my back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings or anything for once, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life when you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, Wyatt, if you cry again... You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping paper off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave, whatever. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman. I'm so excited to see what your future holds. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're gonna have to pay for most of it, probably. It would be my honor.
Amanda hops up. Looks like someone else has been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Robert is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmer's gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Robert as the last guests make their way out of the party. Hey. Hey. Fucking what am I doing? Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val. She physically threatened you? Yeah. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. Trying to work on the vices. I also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night has actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Wyatt. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his. You're special to me. But I have some stuff I need to work on. Emotionally. Before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I needed to be on my own for a bit to figure some things out. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt go sometime? I would love that. Put my head on his shoulder and we watch the sun slowly dip down below the horizon together. Oh, look at the carving. That's cool. Well, there it is. That's it. Look at all them dream daddies. This game was good. I liked this game. I hope you enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I'm kind of bummed out now. That's it. I mean, this was a long ass game. I mean, let's see. I put a lot of time into this game. 'Cause, like, every episode was like half an hour, and there's like 24. So that was like 12 hours worth of game about. Probably more than that, actually. So I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know. This has definitely been, so far the episodes went up, this has been one of the more popular things I've played. So that feels really good. I don't fucking know. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and or subscribe, or don't. It is up to you. You are an independent person after all. And I'll see you all latest.